Cody Keenan, I'm going to start with you here. The Shishkin conundrum. How likely is he to back up his performance in the Ascot Chase?
He might need to, looking at the rest of them that's in it, but I'd say it is a worry, 26 days. He had a lot of things to say, the hard race the last day. First time over that trip, coming off a break, history of kind of problems, or at least over the last year or so. Fast time, ridden out to the line as well, be Nico de Bineville. So I'd say there's a fair chance now he'll dip a wee bit. Will he dip enough to let some of these in? I don't know. He didn't back up off a hard race in Ascot off a longer break last season. That would worry me. He's probably not a horse that I'll really have a lot to do with. I'd kind of be looking to do something in the without market here. Wouldn't really be a Fury Road fan. I think he's a bit of a pig. And Blue Lord kind of just disappointed me the last day now, a flat out run. I think I'd like to back Janadil without the favourite of place. I thought he was a kind of half knot off in Gore on the last day and still won. And he would have a very good record now, around 2.5 over fences. And he's kind of horse to be ridden to place too.
Okay, so that's Janadil potentially without the favourite, 13-2 currently with Boyle Sports in the win market. Robbie, Shishkin obviously brings a whole new dimension to the Ryanair Chase. We had a banker in Allaho who's obviously out now, he's injured. Is Shishkin the next best thing?
He is, he's a very, very good horse. He's stepping up in trip would improve them. Would I back him at even money? No, I wouldn't. I don't think he's a backable price. I'd like to just watch him, and it's probably a race to watch. If I was having a sneaky each way bet, I'd have a little bet each way on French Dynamite. He wasn't far behind Hoot on Colors when Hoot on Colors came down to last in Thurles. If the ground is good, he has an each way chance. If it's not good ground, he's no chance. And Shishkin is in that boat as well. If the ground was to get on the slow side, then Shishkin is gone with the win. Forget about him. Okay,
so French Dynamite a 14-1 potentially each way for Robbie Power. Denis, what do you like in the Ryanair?
Do you know, I'm a big fan of Fury Road there now, Tony. He's I know you think he's a
quote
pig, but
Mr.
he actually has a bit of a win problem, but he is one of the best horses in Gordon Elliott's yard. He is absolutely top class horse, but he has always had a wind issue, and that's why he's always come up a small bit short. But he's very ground dependent, good ground, being out the best in him. He's run to a level this season. He's never ran to before.
He's quite consistent this season.
Yeah, and he's very consistent for a pig, you know. But like he's,
he always says
pigs are getting a hard time.
He always says oink.
But he's listen. He was beaten ahead in an Albert Bartlett a couple of years ago by Monkfish and latest exhibition, and he was even a shade unlucky not to even get closer. But if the ground is good, he's got a good each way chance. To be honest, and I was very disappointed. I was all about Blue Lord here now. I was all about Blue Lord. I thought he was some horse, and I couldn't believe what happened at the Dublin Race Fest with him. I hope he bounces back. I thought he was a very, very good horse. He'd been nearly favoured for this, I thought. But anyway, it's up. David might be able to tell us a bit more about that.
We'll come to David in a second. Peter, Shishkin 11-10. Is this one that our audience can get stuck into?
Look at the step up in triple. Look, as everyone's seen, definitely improved him a good bit. He probably is plenty short at that, but I think he will win, to be honest. But I think Janadil will be the each way one of the pick of the field after that. If Shishkin repeats his last run, it's definitely good enough to win that.
David, I'm intrigued to see what you're going to say about, or even hear about what you're going to say about Janadil. It's very rare you see horses come from last to first at Coram Park, and he did that, beat Hot on Colours. He's a horse, I've been at many a press morning in Willie's, and he's a horse that Willie always said lovely things about, even when he wasn't really a star. How good is Janadil?
He's a fair horse, yeah. Like, he's not as good as Allaho, obviously, you know. And he probably just lacks a little bit. He has won a Grade 1 as a novice, so he's a very good horse in his own right, but to me, Shishkin on his best day would have him covered, you know. So I could see Janadil run a big race. He didn't not try in Gorn, but we didn't think he was fit enough to win. So
apparently, observers in the parade ring said he looked
fat.
He was like myself.
Yeah.
Which is not a positive.
The scale said he was fat at home, but so hopefully there's plenty of improvement to come from him. I think looking at the race, it's probably Shishkin's to lose. But there's so many question marks over everything in the race. Blue Lord obviously ran disappointing the last day. Janadil, he's coming back from a long break, his second run. Howden Clores won't run, he's not good enough. Fakir D'Oudaries, you couldn't have him after Ascot. Envoy Allen has ability, but geez, he ran a shocker, didn't he? And
what's the story with Blue Lord? You've never been a massive fan of him, I don't think.
Me, I was a huge fan of him, but I always thought he wanted it further. I always thought he wanted a trip.
So why won't he win this then?
Well, he's coming off a disappointment. I'm saying he won't win, but I think Shishkin is probably a better horse.
Yeah.
On his best day. But I think there's so many question marks about so many horses in the race. It's a race I wouldn't have a bet in.
But would you prefer Blue Lord to Janadil from the Mullins camp?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay. Johnny, you're, as up in the anti-viewers will know, you were completely against Shishkin going into the Ascot Chase last week. You put your money where your mouth was. You got stung. Where are you now with Shishkin? What are you going to do with Shishkin in the Ryanair Chase?
I'll probably do nothing with him, to be honest, because if he turns up in the same form as he did last Saturday, I think he will win. But like as some of the guys said, there's 26 days. It's not a lot. Like he's a horse with probably plenty of issues. Will he really reproduce what he did on Saturday? Who knows? But if you took him out of the race, I think it's wide open. Every horse, they're all much of a muchness. You know what I'm saying? Like you could back something each way, but you could easily back, if Shishkin runs the form, you could easily pick one that mightn't even be placed. That's the way I look at it. Look, I can't back him after being against him because you just can't turn around. Like I couldn't turn around and back him now the next day any fall.
Why not though?
When you're anti a horse, you kind of stay anti him, I think, sometimes. There's always in the back of your mind that he's going to throw in the stinker. I'm not so sure whether he will or he won't. I wouldn't have a clue whether he'll back up. But some horses, even when they win easy, they're still not able to back. They appear to win easy, and he did win easy, but they do put in like big efforts to win at the same time. Like it's not much of a break. 26 days, it's not a lot, and if you put me up against the wall, I think he won't back it up. But I'm not going to bet in the race at the same time now.
And put it this way: if he wasn't in the race, what's the value there?
The value is possibly Fury Road, maybe. Like if you force me to pick one without Shishkin, I'd go Fury Road, I think.
Do you hear that, Tony?
I do, but sure, look, it's only an opinion.
That's it, yeah, exactly. That's it.
That is the Ryanair Chase. So we'll go across the board with selections. Tony?
Janadil without.
Yeah, Janadil for me. Puppy?
I think Shishkin will follow up his Ascot win.
Dennis?
The Fury Road each way. Yeah.
Peter?
Janadil each way.
David?
Yeah, I think it's Shishkin's to lose.
You're going with the whole boy band thing there.
I'll go Fury Road each way. Just
Okay, Fury Road for Johnny. That is the Ryanair Chase.
Get in on the action with epic offers from Boyle Sports on every race, every day of the Cheltenham Festival. Epic Cheltenham with Boyle Sports. It's time to switch.